Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube. Uh, yeah, hold on. I don't know if I'm doing this right, so you're just gonna have to hold on with me. And if I'm doing this wrong, I will restart it and make it more cohesive and go together. But welcome to a journey of your peers. I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. I've been dealing with just some busyness, end of the year, kids at home, summer things. But I am going to get back on here either tonight or tomorrow, and I'm going to do a new story. It's not really true crimey. It is, but it isn't. We're going to do the mysteries of New England. Is there a serial killer lurking in the woods of New Hampshire and Vermont? And we are going to watch the videos and react to them. And we will go from there. The reason that I have wanted to do this is that there are so many missing people up there. And whenever you think of New England, you think of these nice, quiet, quaint little towns with their wooden bridges and their maple syrup and their cold weather. And as many of my viewers know, I grew up there. That's where I was raised. I was born in Massachusetts and raised in New Hampshire, Vermont my whole life. I only moved to the South when I was in my early 20s. So it's scary to know that there is so much mystery up there. A lot of people blame it on the paranormal. A lot of people blame it on other serial killers, other serial kidnappers. So, my question that we want to learn is, what the hell a bit is going on in New England? And we're going to mainly focus on New Hampshire and Vermont. Like I said, just because that is the area I know the best. Hold on, I am trying to. I have a little video I wanted to watch with you guys, just to show you some of what I'm talking about before we dive deep into this. I have some videos saved, because that's what we're going to do over the next couple of days, is watch some videos and talk about what's going on in Vermont, New Hampshire. The videos that I have for this first part is in an area called the Bennington Triangle. They have missing people and unsolved unalivings that not even the FBI can solve. I mean, we're talking disappearances that are the reason that the Vermont State Police were made in 1945. And Bennington is one of the most beautiful areas you could ever live in. So it surprises me that this is going on up there. And if you look at the news right now, especially and this is for my viewers that I know live up there, like the Partridge Clan. If you just look at the St. Johnsbury news, you got an 87-year-old grandmother who just went missing, poof, out of nowhere. And at first when my mom called me and told me about it, I just thought it was an old granny with dementia. She, wandered out into the woods and got lost, and nobody could find her. Um, let's see if I can find the news. The news article on it. Maybe. I mean, and if you just type in missing woman out of St. Johnsbury, Vermont, Northeast Kingdom woman missing for a week 13 years ago. Grandmother remains unidentified 13 years ago. 1 year ago, 76-year-old woman, police likely fell, was exposed to elements, accidental death. 5 months ago, Vermont State Police investigating suspicious death in St. Johnsbury. 4 years ago, behind closed doors. Oh, that's in Knoxville. Sorry, wrong area. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, Clint Eastwood's girlfriend died today. 2 months ago. Police investigating suspicious death in St. Johnsbury. And I mean, this goes from up north to Randolph to St. Johnsbury to Rutland to Bennington to Montpelier to Burlington to Littleton. I mean, this is. I would have never thought such a beautiful place would have had so much death. I mean, I would have never thought it. Okay, let's do it this way, maybe. All right, so this is the story. Police say the disappearance of an 82-year-old Vermont woman is now being considered suspicious. Roberta Martin of Eisenberg had last contacted her family by phone at 11:30 Tuesday and has not been heard from since. Neighbors reported her missing to the state police around 11:55. So this was 2 days ago. Uh, so let's see how this works. Oh. So, Vermont woman's disappearance is now considered suspicious. Here she is. Police say the disappearance of an 82-year-old Vermont woman is now being considered suspicious. Roberta Martin of Easenburg, which I'm guessing is right outside of the St. Johnsbury, Lindenville area, had last contacted her family by phone at 11:30 p.m. Tuesday and had not been heard from since. Neighbors reported her missing to the state police around 11:55 a.m. Wednesday. After going to check on her and discovering she was not at her Butternut Hollow Road home. Oh, sorry. Disappearance was initially being investigated as a missing persons case, but state police said in an update Thursday afternoon that new information obtained by investigators indicates that her disappearance is suspicious. Martin described as being 5 foot 1 inch tall, weighing 150 pounds, with her white hair and brown eyes, as she was reportedly in good health, physically and mentally. I'm sorry, I thought she was a dementia patient. Search efforts concluded overnight were ongoing Thursday afternoon. Police said search crews were concentrated on the area around Martin's home, and detectives are conducting interviews, gathering evidence, and pursuing potential leads. The search efforts involve state police, search and rescue teams, canine units, unmanned aircraft, along with ununiformed troopers, which I guess the unmanned aircraft would be one of those things called a drone. Drones, sorry, brain freeze. Um, and ununiformed troopers. In addition to participating agencies, including the Vermont Department of Fish and Wildlife, New England Canine Search and Rescue, and the Upper Valley Wilderness Response Team. Easenboro Fire and Rescue are also providing assistance. State police are looking to speak with anyone who passes through the general area of Sand Hill Road and Butternut Hollow Road in Easenburg between 10 a.m. Tuesday afternoon on between 10 p.m. Tuesday and noon on Wednesday. It might have information relevant to the investigation. Sorry, I'm super stuffy and my sinuses or allergies are killing me. Alright, so back to the story. Investigators said they have received several tips about people even seen walking or jogging in the area during the time frame, and are also looking to identify and interview these people as well. State police said they are also aware of numerous false reports and potential spam posts. Vermont State Police at 852-45993 or submit an anonymous tip online. Okay, so that's it. And that's just one of the cases. You gotta think they had Laura Murray out of New Hampshire. Ted Bundy was from Vermont, if that tells y'all anything. Um, I mean, oh no, where did it go? Sorry, this is going to be a super cringy live stream, y'all. Um, it's just, like I said, it's super sad because you never knew. I mean, I would have never thought it. Not in a million years. Um, it's just it's really sad. I mean, it really, really is sad. Um, and again, let's see. I know a lot of like the unalivings, and I know there is a very heavy. How do I say this? I mean, I know there is a problem up there with people doing illegal activities. Um, and maybe their dealer had it out for them. But I mean, I'm talking about, you know, here, we'll just watch the video on the the top 5 mysteries of the Bennington Triangle. I have it on. And if anybody's watching or on the rewatch group, please hit the like and subscribe button. I mean, these stories get so wild that they even say in the Bennington Triangle there's a man eating rock. I mean, these woods that we hiked in elementary school with our class, and the Indians that they warned us that these woods were cursed and there was something evil in there. I mean, y'all, this is gonna get crazy. This is gonna be a multi-part episode while we wait for the Ashley Benefield Black Swan murder trial to show up. No, I'm live on YouTube. See if I can just find a quick little video for us to watch. All right, so we are going to watch a video. Our first video we're going to watch is 7 Unsolved Mysteries of the Bennington Triangle, and this is from Mindmonger. So, everybody go and like and subscribe to his channel as well. We are just going to sit here and react. I am going to warn everybody that I do have ads on my YouTube. Y'all know I'm too cheap to pay for YouTube Premium. Now, come on. Let's see. Let me try to. And please hold on with me. I am still trying to do this myself. Okay, I think this works. Let's see. Can y'all see that? I hope you can. And close my watch for later. We will full screen. Can we turn the closed captioning on? Yes, we can. Whoop, whoop, look, y'all, I'm doing it. Now, please, everybody, go to this guy's page and hit the like and subscribe button. I haven't watched this yet, so we are going to blind watch it together. It's 10 minutes long, and 7 Unsolved Mysteries of the Bennington Triangle. And like I said, this is just the tip of the
ocean, nestled between Florida and Bermuda. That famous area has a smaller cousin further north, centered around Glastonbury Mountain in the southwestern part of Vermont. This mysterious area is as the Bennington Triangle. The Bennington Triangle has a history that predates the colonization of North America and persists to this day. It has inspired books and movies, as well as supernatural reports of Bigfoot, UFOs, and interdimensional portals. The truth about Bennington Triangle remains unknown, but the area has mysteriously swallowed as many as 40 intrepid hikers and residents. Number 7. Native American Warnings. It's stated in Joseph A. Citro's 1996 book, Passing Strange, True Tales of New England Hauntings and Horrors, that Native Americans refused to set foot on Glastonbury Mountain unless they were burying their dead. They believed that the whole mountain was cursed land because of 4 winds that met there in an eternal struggle. While most refer to this as a myth, there is some truth to it. The wind pattern on Glastonbury Mountain is so erratic that weather changes suddenly and plants grow at odd angles. Another myth of the native people of Vermont is that they believed an enchanted stone among the cairns on top of the mountain could swallow a man whole. As reported by Davy Russell, Paranormal Magazine, a person would stand on the rock to survey the area from the highest point and find themselves suddenly swallowed whole. That person would never be heard from again. Number 6. A ghost town. Glastonbury seems to have been slated to be a ghost town since its very first day. In 1761, Benning Wentworth drew the boundaries of the town on a map without ever stepping foot there. The area had rough terrain and a very short growing season, so settling was an uphill battle all the way to the 1800s. Literally, there were technically 2 towns, Fayetteville and South Glastonbury, on either side of the mountain, but they were never connected due to the impossible incline between them. Unfortunately, the extreme logging of the past left the mountainside unprotected from soil erosion. In 1897, a massive flood destroyed much of the railway into Glastonbury. No more attempts were made to reinvent the town. People left the area to start over, leaving the town with a rapidly dwindling population. Ripley's Believe It or Not documented the Mattinson family in 1930. The 3 members of the family made up the entire town by themselves and held every office available between them. In 1937, the town was officially unincorporated. As of the 2010 census, a mere 8 people lived there. Number 5. Strange occurrences since the 1800s. Reports of strange lights in the sky, sounds with no explanation, and odd odors on the mountain predate colonial settlements. These reports, combined with many strange disappearances, have led to speculation about UFOs and wormholes in the area. Still, the strangest report may be the Bennington Monster. Thought to be an early Bigfoot or Sasquatch, the monster has been described as well over 1.8 meters, 6 feet tall, with hair from its head to its toes. The first sighting of the monster was reported in the early 19th century when it rushed a stagecoach on a washed-out road. The beast knocked the stagecoach onto its side and fled into the dark with a roar. Luckily, no one was harmed. There were strange happenings in the Bennington Triangle that were less fantastic than a massive ape-man or gun-wielding nudist as well. In 1892, a sawmill worker, Henry McDowell, drunkenly bludgeoned a coworker to death with a rock after he heard strange voices telling him to attack. He was committed to an asylum, but managed to escape and vanish. Only 5 years after that murder, another strange one followed nearby. John Harbour was a prominent Woodford citizen who went into Bigford Hollow, just south of Glastonbury, to hunt. He was shot by persons unknown, but was found with his fully loaded gun next to him and seemed to have been dragged several yards. Those who investigated his death were left wondering why he was so easily shot with a fully loaded gun, and why his assailant would bother to put the gun next to him after dragging him. This murder has gone unsolved and will likely stay that way. Number 4. The disappearances. The Bennington Triangle's most enduring unsolved mysteries are the disappearances that plagued the area from 1945 to 1950. In that 5-year span, several people went missing on or near Glastonbury Mountain. The first was a 75-year-old man named Mitty Rivers, who often served as a mountain guide. He was leading a group back to their camp in November 1945 when he got ahead of them just enough to be out of sight. In that short time, he completely vanished. It's unlikely that he became lost because he was highly experienced at navigating the mountain. Nonetheless, he was never seen again. In 1949, 3 hunters went missing on the mountain. That same year, James E. Tedford went missing while on a bus trip from St. Albans to the town of Bennington. In 1950, 8-year-old Paul Jepson went missing from police dogs were able to trace his scent to the highway, but no further. He was coincidentally wearing a red jacket similar to Paula Weldon's coat. That year would see the last of disappearances with Frida Langer. She disappeared while hiking with her cousin and friends. Her clothes had gotten wet during a hike, and she went back to camp to change. When the group realized that she had never arrived, a massive search was launched. Volunteers, police, firefighters, and the military all joined together to search, but she was never found alive. Number 3. Remains lost and found. Only one body was ever recovered from the disappearances on the mountains. Frida Langer's.
And I mean, this is just. These are people who I'm pretty sure have grown up there, who know the area, who know not to go to the water at night. The man who was found with the gun next to him, he knows how to use that gun. And I promise you, was not afraid to use it. There was a man who was seemingly just squished to death. I mean, I'm telling y'all, this is going to get weird. I hope you're ready for it.
Langer's body was found. Parties had previously heavily combed the area she was found in, leading authorities to speculate that there was foul play. Unfortunately, her body was too decomposed.
I mean, people just going missing out of their cars. And the weird part about it is there was a string of 5 disappearances in 1945 through, I think, 1950. That's when where I was telling you where they started the Vermont State Police, because this was such a rural community. They just didn't have the resources to investigate these types of crimes back then. I forgot what I said. They were all wearing red. All 5 of those people were wearing red. So, I mean, you gotta think, this is an area deep in history. I mean, when you think of Vermont and New Hampshire, you think of maple syrup, you think of covered bridges, you think of skiing, sledding, the snow. My kids think of freezing their butts off. And just all of those types of things. Here you go, baby. Sorry, y'all. My 10-year-old's down in here. And I know a lot of y'all are going to give me poop over the next couple of weeks when we watch this murder trial. But Cyber Ninja, who is Lucas, my 10-year-old, watches a lot of these court cases with me, and people are like, "Oh, how dare you let him watch that?" Well, he's 10. It's time he learns that the world's a scary place. 11, sorry. It's time he learns the world's a scary place. And it's time he learns how our judicial system works, in my opinion. So, yes, he watches this all with me. I don't really hide much from him. All right, let's get back to our video.
Composed to give any insight into her cause of death. The advanced decomposition only made someone's decision to move her there more mysterious, though. The process would have likely been messy and conspicuous. Far more odd than the discovery of Langer's body are those that were never found at all. There is dangerous wildlife on Glastonbury Mountain, but their attacks leave behind tons of evidence. Bears don't usually swallow a person whole. Search parties were frustrated to find no signs of the missing people whatsoever. Both Weldon and Jepson were wearing bright red coats that should have been easy to spot on their own. Rivers and Langer seemed to disappear suddenly without being too far from their
Okay, they made a good point right there. Bears do not tend to swallow their victims whole. Do you? Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked. So, what I was trying to say, I was fact checking myself, is no, a black bear will not eat a human. They very rarely even attack them. They're usually normally shy and distrust humans. If you have a bear that trusts you, there is something wrong with it. It has got too comfortable because people and campers have left food around. And we just think they're being nice and fuzzy wuzzy and lovey, but they're not. But black bear attacks are actually pretty rare on a human. Now, if you were a salmon or a fish, that would be a different story. So, no, I do not think this man was eaten by a black bear.
Tedford's case is odder still, since he disappeared from a bus. He was surrounded by witnesses, but still vanished between stops. Number 2. A serial killer. The pattern of disappearances have led some to suggest a serial killer was responsible. Perhaps someone was extremely successful in abducting and killing people near the highway or on the mountainside. As appealing as this explanation is, there are a few problems. The first is that Langer and Rivers went missing on the mountain near friends. It would be extremely risky for a serial killer to abduct someone with their friends within earshot. The second problem is that the victims don't follow a pattern. Serial killers tend to have a type. It would be extremely rare for one to pick up 2 elderly men, an 18-year-old woman, an 8-year-old boy, and a 53-year-old woman. An opportunity killer who is fine with a wide range of victims wouldn't fit the same profile as one who would be willing to risk grabbing Rivers and Langer near their parties. Number 1. Practical explanations. In all the research that has been done to answer the maddening questions of the Bennington Triangle, some practical answers have been found. They make sense, even if they aren't entirely satisfying. One explanation is hypothermia. Temperatures on the mountain can drop very low, and the disappearances did all happen in the winter. When experiencing hypothermia, people might engage in terminal burrowing. This is a survival behavior that drives people to find someplace small and remote to huddle. It gets people out of the wind and may provide enough warmth to help slow the process of freezing to death, but it usually kicks in too late and just makes it hard for the. Another explanation has to do with the area's history as a mining town. The mountainside is littered with unmarked mine shafts that may cause hikers who go off trail to plummet to their deaths. Both of these can explain why the missing people were never found. One more complicating factor is the odd wind pattern on the mountain. Most places have a wind pattern that influences how plants grow. We don't consciously acknowledge it, but this pattern of growth is one of the ways we orient ourselves when outdoors. Glastonbury Mountain has no consistent wind pattern, so plants grow in odd ways. Many modern hikers have had difficulty navigating the mountain for this reason, and it is the basis for the Native American myth about the 4 winds. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.
All right, y'all. So, I think there's a serial killer. Oh, we're not watching this video.
Today we're talking about the Bennington Triangle.
So this is what we're going to do a deep dive on in the next couple of days. This is the big thing I've been working on. Is maybe until the trial starts and the jury selection is done, we'll go over some of the more recent mysteries in northern New England. And then maybe when I'm done, I'll do some mysteries here in Tennessee, because Tennessee has a whole different problem of its own. the world we live in today is not safe, y'all. Just sad. It's just sad. We just live in a sad, sad, sad place. I mean, I wish it was a different story, but it's not. Uh, there's so many just odd things up there going on. You got UFO sightings and paranormal stories, and there's just so many different avenues up there because there's so much history, and I don't know. I don't know what to think. A lot of times I truly think there is a serial unaliver up there, and it scares me. I mean, because I have family up there. I have a ton of people up there that I care about deeply. I just don't know what to think. I don't. I don't know. But everybody, please hit the like and subscribe button. And I promise I will be doing this more often. I do have a computer now, as you can see. So I do know in about 2 weeks I'm gonna have to take a little hiatus. Hopefully that doesn't cut into our YouTube time too much. And our actually Benefield trial, which is a self-defense case out of Florida. I don't know anything about it. Oh, my cat wants to come say hi. I don't know anything about it. I kind of want to go in as a juror and not know a lot about it. I just know it was a self-defense case out of Florida. Could get wild, y'all. So please, I hope y'all come and join me. We will be doing longer streams now. We will be doing live streams now. So y'all stay safe. Remember, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I don't want everybody going nuts to be like, oh, there's a serial killer. No. I was just trying to see how this live thing worked before I tried it for real. Like I said, I'm probably going to delete this before anybody even sees it. And if I leave it up, just remember I love y'all. Stay safe and have a great night.